Hi, everybody. Claudia here from Fluffy Cow Coffee. As you all know, we are the only coffee company in the country that supports farm animal sanctuaries, and we do this by having our week-long online fundraiser benefiting a specific sanctuary around the country. And today, we're with the lovely Kelly from the Posh Pig Farm and Sanctuary. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, how are you guys doing today? It's great to be here.
Excellent. It's great to have you. Now, Kelly, tell us about Posh Pig Farm and Sanctuary. Where are you? What's your mission, etc.?
Okay, so we're located on a 3-acre farm just outside of Williamsburg, Virginia. And our mission is really to get pigs to find their happily ever after. I've worked really hard to cultivate what I call the sanctuary sisterhood. And we work with a lot of other sanctuaries. We work with rescues, and I'm also an admin for Eastern Snouts, which you guys have actually done a fundraiser with before. And so we're working really hard to find, places to rescue, rehome, and rehabilitate pigs. And we are also working on evidence-based research to help pigs become service animals for specific conditions such as PTSD. They can smell glucose issues in bodies. They're great for kids with autism and ADHD, and they make amazing therapy pets. So we have kind of a lot going on, but I mean, basically it's just at the heart of, these amazing babies, and we love them. This is Ursula.
Hi, Ursula. How old is Ursula, and where did she come from?
So Ursula is about 16 months old. She is part potbelly, part cooney, and that's why she has her cute little waddles, or dongles, as I like to call them. And so a friend of mine at another sanctuary down near Chesapeake or Suffolk, Virginia, had 2 mommy pigs that she adopted, only she didn't know that they were pregnant, and they had a lot of babies. So I helped her with rehoming them. And then Ursula and 2 of her brothers, Stitch and Swifty, were left over, and I couldn't just only take one. I had to take all 3 because I didn't want them to be lonely.
There you go. I love the name Swifty because I don't know if Beth told you, but I'm a huge Swifty.
Oh, yeah, no, we are too. I actually got to go see her in Miami, and I loved it, but I really missed my pigs while I was gone, and my human children.
I saw her in Tokyo.
Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. That's on one of my lists. My daughters both really love like all of Asia. They love sushi, and so we want to go.
Yes, Japan is fantastic. All right, now Kelly, tell me how long have you had Posh Pig Farm and Sanctuary, and how did it come about?
Sure. So we were actually born out of the COVID-19 pandemic. I was kind of bummed out because I'm on biologic medications for a autoimmune disease. And due to that, my immune system is just trash. So feeling sad, I decided maybe it was finally time to adopt a piggy. So we got our first piggy puppy. Gaston followed soon after, and it just kind of went from there. So we've been a 501(c) since June of 2022. And yeah, we have 12 piggies now here, and they're all just amazing. And they, I'm very blessed. And, it just kind of started out of being, not able to being a nurse practitioner anymore. And turns out that it's just been a really great fit. I'm very blessed. My kids and my husband are very supportive, and we're very lucky.
That's awesome. Now I know you have 3 acres. How many first of all, how many pigs do you have currently? Like 12?
Yeah, we have 12 permanent residents currently that live here permanently.
And do you have any capacity for more?
Well, we recently, unfortunately, lost Wanda to cancer. And so we do have technically room for 1. And then this big girl, and then this is her brother, one of her brothers, Stitch.
Wow. Hi, Stitch.
Say hi, buddy. He's got his little tail going. He likes you. That means he loves you. But yeah, so we do have room for 1 more right now. We're currently transitioning Ursula and her 2 little brothers to an outside pen. Because right now they're sleeping in my bed with me at night, and which is super fun. And
oh my God. Okay.
Band. So
now, I think I recall from our conversation earlier that Posh Pig is kind of a hybrid in that you have your pigs there for sanctuary to live out their natural lives, but you also help rehome pigs. Is that correct?
We do. Yes, I'm an admin with Eastern Snouts. So not only do I work with them, we have at any given time at least 300 or so pigs across the United States that need homes. But I also work with other rescues. In fact, my friend Sue the other day reached out to ask me if I knew someone that had applied with her to adopt. So what I do is I kind of look into people and make sure that they live somewhere that is properly zoned to have a
Mhm.
pig. We get a lot of rehomes because people live somewhere where they can't have pigs technically. So that's one thing we do. I also kind of go through and make sure that the people understand, as adoptees, what they're signing up for, because I mean, they live 15 to 25 years on average. And so it's more like having a 3-year-old child than it is having a pet. So we just kind of make sure that people, really want to do this. I also help coordinate large scale rescues with large abuse cases. We help with transports. I also help organize transports for places that are far away from Virginia. And, for me, it's really about having like this sisterhood of sanctuary where I believe that we can all work together and accomplish a lot more when we're all helping one another. And I'm really lucky that there's a lot of like-minded people. So we've got a huge network that, if you are somewhere far away from me and want to adopt a specific pig, we'll find a way to get them to you.
Yeah, I think that's terrific. And as we've discussed, one of the things that Beth and I love about what it is we do here at Fluffy Cow is we love that your world is so interconnected and
Yeah.
mutually supportive.
It is. It's like a big family, the pig world. And there's openness, there's a lot of us. And, there's even like pig influencers, and it's crazy because like sometimes I get to know the pigs better than I do their people.
Sure. I mean,
But
it's the same with
yeah.
dogs. Right? I mean, it's the same with, when you follow a foster,
Mhm.
on TikTok, you fall in love
Yeah,
with the dog, and then you follow the dog at their forever home.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I believe in that. I'm big on kindness. It's really important for me to display love and kindness because I think each day we have a choice when we get up. We can be happy and kind to others, and we never know what other people are going through.
Right.
And for me, I've seen other rescues have hard times. And, even though we struggle to bring in funds, if somebody's having a fundraiser, I always try to give, just a little bit to kind of, because that's what we do. When we lost Wanda, we had rescues reach out and help us. So it's really important to just, and not just pigs, cows, dogs. I
Sure.
mean, I'm friends with people everywhere.
Sure. Absolutely. Now, Kelly, talk a little bit about pigs as service animals.
Sure. So we have one pig named Gaston, and I did not train him to do this. He just started doing it, but he will alert me when my blood sugar gets too high or too low, as I have Crohn's disease. So malnutrition can be an issue at times. So we found that you can train them to do this. It's wild, and they're so smart. They pick up things like that. It took me maybe 2 days to potty train any of our inside pigs, as opposed to my children, where it was
Yeah.
about 15 times that. But yeah, I mean, they're great for people with PTSD. My husband is a veteran with PTSD from 9/11 and from being over in Afghanistan. And it's been amazing when he's having an episode and he's having flashbacks. They comfort him, they give him love. One of my daughters is autistic, so that's been really helpful. I have very bad ADHD, if you can't tell. And, having a schedule with them, it really, really helps. And we really want to promote them to be able to be service animals because right now only dogs can. So while we don't think you could have like a seeing eye pig per se,
Right.
we do believe that they have a lot of places that they could be, and they make amazing therapy pets.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Particularly, particularly the idea that Gaston
Yeah,
alerted you to a blood sugar low or a blood
it's
sugar high
crazy.
on his own
Yeah.
is extraordinary. Like,
Well, their sense of smell is so acute
I
and
was gonna
strong that,
I was gonna
yes.
ask about their sense of smell. Now, their sense of
Oh,
smell, is it even more is it much more sensitive than a dog, for example?
yes. Yes, I've actually done some research studies. I'm in college right now to go back hopefully to veterinary school or hi, Sushi. Sorry, it's Sushi the chicken she wants to talk. But yeah, or to do a grad school animal behavior. And I want to actually go back and give rescues free and discounted treatment and help. So, but their sense of smell, as it's been heavily researched, it's just so acute. I think I read somewhere that it's about 100 times more sensitive than that of a canine. And I
Huh.
mean, if I'm across the house and like eating something, they'll come running. I mean, they also have because they can't see very well, so they have very acute sense of hearing and smell, which is both, a good and a bad thing.
Yeah, yeah. So how did Gaston alert you? What was the behavior that he did to?
So when they're young, they'll root on their moms, and so they still all of them root on me. In fact, Stitch was over here doing a minute ago. He started doing it in different ways, and I noticed that when he would get really frantic and snoot on me really hard, and he makes a noise that goes like meh meh meh. He also says ma ma ma. And so he'll do that when my blood sugar is getting low. And that way, like I'll know. And if I check it, I can see that I'm dropping down and I need to have, some fruit juice.
Yeah.
And we realize that it's from your sweat, the way your body odor smells on higher glucose and lower glucose.
Right.
We've also seen pigs that do seizures.
I think that's fascinating.
It's crazy.
So, I also have an autoimmune with blood sugar.
Oh,
I
I'm
have type
sorry.
1. So, when I got my Rosie after Hugo passed, I wanted to train her to be a service dog to alert me to lows and highs, because I think it's so important, at night particularly, right?
Yes.
Where you could go low, and going low can be
You could
deadly.
go into diabetic ketoacidosis. I mean, you
Right,
can fall
right.
into a coma.
Right. And how you do it with a dog is you do a swab while you're low, put it in the freezer, do swabs while you're high, put it in the freezer, and then you somehow train the dog to distinguish between the two smells. But what's fascinating to me is that the pig does it without training.
I mean, and not all of them have done it. He's the only one, because he's inside with me 24 hours a day, pretty much. I work from home, and he just started doing it. But the more we looked into it, my mentor in my research program, we started thinking about, how can we actually make a research program of doing this? So we're currently coming up with ideas. But yeah, it seems to be the best way for them is as far as like a shirt that you are wearing during a high episode and a low one. And then, they will do anything for treats. They're very, very food motivated, as am I.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and they're so smart. They pick up things just bam, bam. It's wild.
That's awesome. So how many pigs do you think you help rehome in a year?
Oh, goodness. We actually did this a few years ago, I think 2 years ago with Eastern Snouts. In 1 year, it was something like 186. Now and I'm not able to help as much as I'd like because of everything going on here and school and my kids. But it's gotten to the point where at any given time, we have a good 300 pigs that need homes. We've rehomed them everywhere from California to my friend Christy in the Virgin Islands took 2 of our pigs.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, I think honestly, if I was to guesstimate, I'd have to ask Anna, but I think it's honestly at least about in the 300 range. But also because I also help other rescues too.
Yeah, that's just terrific. That's just terrific. All right, now Kelly, we have to talk about the fundraiser.
Yes.
So it's Friday morning for me.
Yeah.
For you, it's like, noon. We have 2.5 more days. So we got to get the word out to your fan base to buy. Now, so the deal is we give $2.50 for every item sold on the website during the course of the fundraiser. Item, not order, item. If you don't drink coffee, we have lots of swag. We have pig specific swag.
Cute cups.
Yes. And we have our incognito coffee, which is got baby pigs on it, and that's a medium roast, which is really good. And also, our coffee is damn good. We don't just rely on a great mission. Our coffee's fantastic as well. So we got to get the word out, and we want to write you a big old check on Monday. So Kelly, give me an idea of what kind of impact like a $300 donation would have.
$300 for us is huge. I mean, that is that is 15 bags of pig feed. We go through one bag of we call them the outside ones are biggie piggies, then I have my insiders. The biggie piggies go through one bag of 50-pound pig food in about 3.5-4 days, more in winter when there's less vegetation around. So also that would pay for 1.5 piggy condos. Right now we need to repair Leia's because she decorated by eating windows into her home. Crazy pig. But yeah, we're working on building. We have the one for the piglets about halfway built. I also have a separate area pinned out Fencing is expensive, posts are expensive, wire, but we want to create an area where I can take in fosters, possibly ones that need specific specialized medical care, because being a nurse practitioner, it's crazy how biologically and chemically similar they are to us. And that way I could actually foster and give the piggies a safe spot to land while they're moving on to their new home. Also, if we're transporting a pig, let's say from like Connecticut or Maine down to Florida, this is a really good stopping point for them to rest and relax for a couple of days, because we don't want to make them ride in cars for 24 hours straight. We've
Sure.
had injuries doing that, but I mean, it would just honestly, it would change so many things. We had a really big vet bill with when we lost Wanda, and so we're kind of depleted, and anything helps. I mean, if you can come donate $1, that helps. I mean, we love everyone. If you can't donate, just come say hi to us, share the fundraiser, but also to just, and I'm not just saying this because you guys are helping us. We're obsessed with Fluffy Cow coffee. I had actually already purchased from you before we reached out, and Incognito is amazing. I love the Smart Ass espresso. I use it in my espresso coffee every day. The Totes My Goats cold brew is amazing. It's not bitter. And I don't know, as a person I'm obsessed with coffee, I can't drink like the stuff you buy at the store. It's not good. But there's no bitterness. You don't have to put a pinch of salt in. It's smooth.
It is smooth.
And you can taste the notes.
Yes. Yeah. Our coffee's damn good.
Yeah, it is. We love it.
Well, I'm so happy to hear that, Kelly. And listen, fingers crossed. We want to just kill it this week. We want people to buy, because I want to write you a big old check on Monday. Yes.
That would be amazing. And we appreciate you so much. We love Fluffy Cow. We appreciate all the rescues that you help. And you guys are just amazing. I mean, it's not just damn good coffee, it's damn good people.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, we really love everything that you do and all your colleagues in the sanctuary world. You're all, we always talk about, you're like a special breed of human. We are not quite that, but we're trying to help that special breed of human who helps the animals. So thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for having Posh Pig Farm and Sanctuary. Thank you for everything you do. And I hope to write you a big old check on Monday.
We hope so too. And we just, like I said, we love you guys, and we thank you, and we thank everybody watching and everyone helping out. And we love you guys.
Yeah. Have a great weekend.
Thanks. Bye, everybody.